Hi there, I'm Steven from Navigraph. In the next few minutes I'm going to show you how to visualize standard instrument departures, SIDs, and standard arrival routes, STARs, in Navigraph Charts. This is one of many new features from the latest update to our charts product, which is the easy way to access aeronautical charts for flight simulation. If you want to follow along this video, you can get the latest chart apps from navigraph.com. With that said, let's start the tutorial. Visualizing SIDs and STARs is a great way to better understand the airspace around an airport for planning your departures and arrivals, and is especially useful for busy airports or airports you're not familiar with. For this tutorial to make sense, we're going to create a flight by pressing the Flights button and then see how we can involve the SID and STAR overview to make your flight planning easier. Today we're going to fly from Wellington, New Zealand to Brisbane, Australia. Even if you're not yet a subscriber to our services, you can still follow along in this tutorial since the two airports are part of our demo offering. We begin by pressing New Flight and selecting Manual Input. The origin airport is Wellington, November, Zulu, Whiskey, November. The destination airport is Brisbane, Yankee, Bravo, Bravo, November. When we have inserted the origin and destination airports, we can auto-generate a route by pressing this checkbox. We will go more in depth on route calculation in a separate video. To make sure you don't miss any of our future videos, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. You also need to press the bell button to get a notification next time we publish a video. Let's press Create to create a flight. The en route section of this flight is visualized as a red line connecting waypoints on the airway network between the two airports. Zooming in on the origin airport, we see a pink dashed line connecting the airport to the first waypoint of the en route section. Our job now is to select an appropriate SID connecting the active runway with this waypoint. There are two ways to bring up the SID overview. One way is to click the airport in the flight panel and then click the Open Charts List option. Select the SID section, and here you find the button Show Overview, which enables the visual overview of the SID procedures. The quicker way is to use the I button next to the Departures button in the flight panel. This overview can be filtered by the runway of interest. By changing runway in the floating filter box, we can see which procedures link to each runway. Here are the procedures for runway 16 at Wellington. There are two runways, and here we can see the departures from runway 34. Let's switch back to runway 16, which is the currently active departure runway according to ATIS. The procedures are, as you can see, color-coded with the label in the same color as the procedure lines. The colors here have no particular meaning other than visually separating the procedures from each other to make it clear. By clicking a departure in the overview, we get a detail panel to the right. In this panel we can view the Jeppesen chart corresponding to the procedure. We can also add the procedure to the route. Let's first open the chart. By clicking the icon on the right, we can open the chart as an overlay. We can now confirm that this is the departure we want to use. Let's now close the chart and add the procedure to our route by clicking the Add to Route button in the bottom right corner. We can now close the detail panel and the SID overview and confirm that our departure has been added to our route in the flight panel. As we see here, the dashed pink line is now solid and links directly to the transition point of our en route section, Gulut. Let's move on to the arrival airport. At Brisbane, the currently active arrival runway is 01 right according to ATIS, and we want to make an ILS approach. Let's press the Approaches button to select a suitable approach, which in our case is ILS Z runway 01 right. Use the small arrow to select the final approach segment. Now the approach is shown as a solid orange line. We can see that there is still a part which is dashed, and this is the star which has not yet been set. To bring up the star overview, we click the eye icon next to arrivals. As we can see, there are 3 stars from transition point SAVE. When the procedures overlap like this, there is an easier way to select among them using the Arrivals menu. Pressing the Arrivals button, we can see that there is one of these 3 candidate stars that actually link directly to our approach. Let's select this one, SAVE to A. As a final step, we can adjust our approach and set the appropriate initial approach fix, which, as we can see in the en route chart, is Glen. Let's bring up the approach list and specify the Glen initial approach fix for our ILS approach. That's it for our tutorial on how to use the SID STAR overview for planning your simulated flight using Navigraph Charts. If you want to try this out for yourself, access any of our chart apps through navigraph.com. Thank you all for watching, and remember to subscribe and click the bell if you like this video and want to see more content from us. See you again soon.